All right, let's dive in. Today, we are breaking down a single incredible scene. It all happens at a rainy, rundown inn on the side of the road, but it's a scene where one woman makes a split-second choice that ends up changing the fate of an entire kingdom. We're going to look at exactly how it all went down. So our story kicks off right here with Catelyn Stark. She's traveling north, totally in disguise, and just bone-tired. The rain coming down is the soft southern rain, and it's making her think about her childhood back at Riverrun. She's completely lost in thought, just a world away from the conflict that's about to explode.
And that's really the question, isn't it? How can this one seemingly random stop at an inn become the spark that lights a massive, devastating war? Well, it all comes down to the choices that get made in the next few hours.
Okay, so Act 1. To really get why Catelyn does what she does, we have to get inside her head. Remember, she's undercover, she's surrounded by total strangers, and she is deeply, deeply conflicted about what to do next. And what's so cool here is how the rain itself is a mirror for what's going on inside her. The southern rain, that makes her think of a safe, gentle childhood. But the northern rain, the rain of her life now as a Stark, that's harsh, it's unforgiving. She's a woman literally caught between two different worlds, the one she was born into and the one she married into. While she's on the road, she gets this really dangerous little boost of confidence. They pass Lord Jason Mallister, one of her father's own bannermen, and he doesn't even look at her twice. He just sees some traveler covered in mud, not the Lady of Winterfell. And that one tiny, uneventful moment gives her this totally false sense of security. It's what convinces her that, yeah, staying at a public inn, that's a risk worth taking. And that leads them right here. The Crossroads Inn. Trust me, that name is no accident. This isn't just a spot to grab a hot meal. It's a literal and figurative crossroads where Catelyn has to make a move, and it's a decision that's going to have consequences she could never, ever imagine. As she's sitting there, her mind is just racing. She's basically in a strategic trap. She could head west to her father for advice, but he's too sick. She could go east to her sister for protection, but the mountain roads are a death sentence. Or she could go north, back to her duty and her sons, but that means hiding in enemy territory for days. Every single option is loaded with risk. And this is just the perfect, tragic irony of the whole situation. As she's weighing all these impossible choices, her one desperate wish, her prayer, is to avoid a war. She has absolutely no idea that in just a few minutes, she's going to make a choice that makes war pretty much a sure thing. So the quiet moment of reflection is over. The relative calm inside Catelyn's head is about to be completely shattered, because the person who will set everything off is about to walk right through that door. The common room is packed. It's noisy, and there are a lot of swords. But Catelyn, as the daughter of Lord Tostertelly, notices something very specific. She spots men wearing the sigils of House Bracken and House Frey, men sworn to her father. And she just kind of files that little detail away, not knowing how incredibly important it's about to become. And then, bam, the door bangs open. A servant's voice just cuts through all the noise, and that name, Lannister, just hangs in the air. The man she thinks tried to murder her son has just walked into the exact same room. The trap has just been sprung. And in walks Tyrion Lannister, with that classic wit of his. He's mocking, he's confident, and he is completely clueless about the danger he's in. His sharp tongue and how easily he commands the room, it just ratchets up the tension even more. Catelyn tries to hide, to just turn away, but it is way too late. A singer in the room, Marillion, accidentally points Tyrion's attention her way, and his eyes find hers. In that one single moment of recognition, her cover is blown. All her plans? Gone. The confrontation is happening right now. So her identity is out. Catelyn has to think, and she has to think fast. What she does next isn't a plan. It's a desperate, high-stakes improvisation. This is the Lady's Gambit. Seriously, Catelyn has no plan here. She is running on pure instinct. She can feel every eye in the room on her. She hears the whispers. She knows she has one single chance to grab control of the situation, and it's going to take some breathtaking audacity. And what she does is just brilliant. Instead of panicking, she turns the entire room into her personal army.
She starts systematically calling out the men she recognized earlier, her father's bannermen. She reminds the men from Harrenhal of their friendship, the Brackens of their loyalty, the Freys of their alliance. She is laying the groundwork, building a coalition right there on the spot. It's incredible.
And then, with her allies all primed and ready, she delivers the final blow. She points right at Tyrion and she makes her accusation. But not as some grieving mother. No, she does it as a lady of a great house, and she invokes the name of the king himself. She commands them, as loyal subjects, to seize him for justice.
The response? It's instant. You hear the sound of a dozen, maybe more, swords being drawn as one. That sound just fills the entire room. In that 1 second, Catelyn's huge gamble has paid off. Tyrion Lannister is her prisoner.
So the swords are drawn. Tyrion is taken. It's done. But in winning this one small victory, Catelyn Stark has just thrown a lit torch onto a trail of gunpowder. This right here, this is the point of no return. By arresting the son of the richest, most powerful man in the entire kingdom, Catelyn has basically committed an act of war. Her fervent hope to avoid a conflict? That's just a memory now, lost on a rainy night at the Crossroads Inn. Her choice is about to echo across the entire realm, with consequences far, far greater than anyone in that room could ever possibly